Hello, good morning, good day, good afternoon, good evening, whoever and wherever you are, hello to you. Finally, I didn't screw that up. I had the absolute joy of test riding an electric motorcycle recently, and I know that's a very touchy subject for a lot of people, so there's going to be some opinions and there's going to be some ideas rolling around. Keep it civilised, please, thank you very much. I, for one, do not like the idea of electric motorcycles, but I put that bias to the test, and I was able to get out and try one out, even if it was for about half an hour. But the guys at Zero were very accommodating in regards to both myself and Rhythmic recording our rides. So here is exactly that. My first impressions on a electric motorcycle. Right. I wanted that one. Oh, that's strange. That's so strange. Like, I'm almost scared because this is so quiet. No gears, no nothing, just... Guess I'll just bloody go for it. Oh, this is... I can hear all the wind now. That's so strange. I just... It's like, where's the clutch? Where's the... Anyway, right, so this is Zero Motorcycles. And this is Uncle Red basically bricking himself on one of these fine bikes. Now, I'm not a massive fan of electrics. I very much dislike the idea of being able to do very few miles and having a long charge up time. I also don't like the idea of spending a massive amount of money on something which is, quite frankly, in my opinion, quite limited. But at the same time, I think hopefully the technology is going to catch up. I'm hopeful that the technology is going to catch up. I think it will, just give it time. But for now, I would not own one of these at all. However, for a riding experience, I mean, it's a bike, it's got two wheels. It's quite fun, actually. The riding position compared to Jelly Bean is very, very different. I did want one of the other bikes, the one which Rhythmic has actually got, but you know what? I'm alright. Now, because this is an electric, the engine braking on this is quite bloody good. And when the engine braking kicks in and you feel the entire bike sort of tug ever so slightly against you, that's apparently also putting the power back into the battery. It's recharging. So as long as you're in eco mode, you're going to get the most out of that, and it also limits your top speed. Also sorts you out good and proper. Are you sure you want your kids riding on the road? Okay, anyway, interesting. I must say, like, I'm almost lost with the idea that I don't have an engine, like, just ringing in my ears constantly. I thought, oh, I'll put my earplugs on for this, and then realised, well, why? The wind noise is going to be the loudest thing, and ugh. Now, I am a sucker for anything that has two wheels, and oh, that clutch missing is just doing my head in. Where's the gears? Very lovely acceleration there, actually. Slow it down to a 30. Now, our two guides have basically said what we're going to do is pull up at some point, and we're going to flip it from eco to sport mode. And what sport mode does is puts everything at maximum: your acceleration, your torque, your top speed, everything like that. Because at the moment in eco mode we are limited to, I think it says 74 miles an hour. But in sport mode, when you come off the throttle, it doesn't put power back into the engine, so you are effectively coasting at that point. There is no engine braking, which for me is kind of a scary thought, actually. But I suppose if you ride fast and expect to eat arse, then that's something for you. But yeah, just I don't know. I'm enjoying the ride very muchly. It's just very strange, very strange. Oh, that is I can't tell you how weird that feels. Alright, so push it in, that blinks, street, sport mode, click it again, now we're in sport mode. Awesome. So apparently this is where the bike gets incredibly fun. Oh, Bennett, bloody hell! Jesus! Okay, I had fun. I had a lot of fun when I was test riding the X Diavel. But bloody hell, I mean, this blows acceleration out the water. 0 to 60, I think he said in what, 3 seconds? Oh, that is astonishing. Oh my giddy bloody arm. Okay, yeah, I'm not doing that again. Oi, oi, oi. That is okay, alright. Oh, that's quite bloody unnerving, I can tell you that much. Too keen on the idea of a car coming around one of these bends, but you know, take what you can get. There we go, just like that. Oh, very unnerving. Ooh. It's also quite interesting only having the wind noise, because you can now hear everything the bike's doing, and whether you're going over stones or anything of the lark. Yeah. I do say personally I'd like this little node here to be angled up a little bit more, but that's just my personal preference on that front. Seating position, I mean, it's not cruiser, but I'm never happy unless I am on a cruiser. Even the R18 that I test rode, I mean, that was very shaky. That was very, like, you felt all the vibrations coming off that bike. And with this one, I feel relatively nothing. I mean, obviously it's electric, so there's no massive thing between your legs going flub, 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 but still. Yeah. Oh jeez, oi, oi, oi. Yeah. Now these things are designed with the safety features in mind, so there is the extent that you can't just throw the accelerator on and the bike's going to fly away from underneath you. Traction control, I think it's ABS as well, all built in and so on and so forth, so you're very much in safe hands. From that point, it's still Anyone coming? Nope, fantastic. I'm still very much put off by the idea that I can't hear the bike, and that also means that no one else can hear it. And suddenly I'm very aware of how loud I'm speaking, and like how loud I have to speak at default just so the microphone picks me up properly over everything else that's going on. But wow, I mean, and this is fun. This is a lot of fun. It's a motorcycle, of course it is, but I want my engine back. Left turn coming up nice and gently on the, yeah, engine braking's really sharp on this. Oh, very comfortable actually. Oh, that is astonishing. Oh, wow. That is quite something. I'll tell you what, a little bit of extra confidence on this bike and I'm not used to this riding position, so I'm very gingerly sort of throwing it into these corners, keeping the bike fairly upright, but now I think, little bump there, yeah, with a little bit more confidence I can lean it over ever so slightly, which is an alien idea on a bike this high for me. Now they said there could be horses up here, or up and down here rather, and again the good thing is because you don't have that engine, we're saying engine like it's a dirty word there, because you don't have the engine blubbering away, you can pass them relatively easily so long as there's space, because then you don't have to worry about the amount of noise you're going to make when you accelerate past them. And for me, etiquette around horses is key. Yes, I know, love, their bikes, they're really quiet, aren't they? Oh, it's amazing, technology, hooray! But yeah, I don't know, I think I'd rather... yeah, I don't know. A hybrid motorcycle would be pretty interesting, where you could switch from electric to petrol and vice versa. So in those situations you could, but, you know, a motorcycle is very limited as to how much you can actually fit on it, and until these electric motors become the size of mobile phones, then yeah, I think we're just about coming to the end of our ride. We're going to be making our way back. Summary: acceleration's nuts, just absolutely nuts. I do like this bike, plus it's got a little orange stripe on it as well, so yay. But I don't know, could I own one of these? Price wise, absolutely not. Can't justify an upfront cost for apparent savings. But at the same time, I mean, if it wasn't so bloody expensive, I wouldn't mind having one of these to throw around to and from work. But the position I still take, the one that I shared from before, is I don't think the technology is quite there yet, so we'll have to see. But all in all, a very, very fun bike. So I've been riding around on electric scooters semi-regularly recently, so I just like riding things with two wheels. That's been a lot of fun, but having a motorcycle that you've got the same thing on, it's quite fun. After you, bud. Probably can't hear me because you've got your earpods in. But I don't know. Yeah, very fun. I wouldn't own one, but if I got given one, I'd use it for work. That would be pretty interesting, or just like a random scoot about. But yeah, that is quite something, quite amazing. I'm gonna have to duck walk this like a pleb, because I do not fancy dropping this. Oop. Ooh. Lovely. Do that. And then do that. Cool. Alright, that was quite an experience actually. We'll try and swing a leg off this without damaging anything. Oop. Oh, shush. Oh, lots of fun.
Thought I'd turn it off, I want it.
Yeah. How was that?
It's fun. It's just fun, isn't it? It's just absolutely.
That's a lot of fun.
That's the conclusion of the video I've just been making. Fun.
Just fun, yeah.
Smile and have a laugh, and you have the money for a second bike. I don't know. Do you know what? Yeah.
It does make me wonder what the insurance on one of these would be, but at the same time, yeah, I've basically said, like, if I got given one, I'd love to throw it around to and from work.
Yeah.
Or just for like a quick plod around on the weekend.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I can't justify spending that much money up front.
That's a good point. Actually.
But immensely fun.
In the video.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
It's all right.
Points.
So it's all right. Just steal my content. It's fine. Don't worry about it. So it's been a few days since our little adventure, and I have to say the bikes are immensely fun to ride. I do still hold that the technology isn't quite there yet. The range is not good enough for what I'd like it for, and also the charging time is quite eye-opening. So if you're definitely planning a longer trip, petrol is still the way to go. There are some hybrid motorcycles on the market actually, which look kind of interesting, but again, we'll have to see where the technology goes from there. A motorcycle is not the largest thing in the world, so how much technology you can fit onto one of these, if the technology isn't compact enough, depends on the size of the motorcycle, and then there's all regulations and so on and so forth that goes into that across multiple countries. So a universal design might as well be a car, for now at least. But yeah, I wouldn't own one, simply because of the upfront cost. The environmental ideas, you know, how much CO2 is produced in making these bikes, in recycling the batteries. Apparently the servicing on these things is quite unique, because it's, rather than all these additional moving parts within the engine, the gearbox, the clutch, all this sort of stuff, you get rid of all of that and you just have an electric motor. But then, you know, with service fees and everything going up, it's about 90 something pounds at the moment per hour for my local Kawasaki dealer to do work on my bike, which is interesting to say the least. But yeah, that's pretty much all I've got really on the subject. It's very interesting. I am interested in seeing where the electric motorcycle thing goes. I think they would be great for, like, if you just want to whiz around on a track day, if you want to take them to and from work. But again, this is something you would just jolt around for a short amount of time. Definitely not a long range item. And yeah, my biggest concern is that upfront cost that comes with it. Looking forward to where the technology goes, but you know, as much as we hate to say it, the evolution and the direction that motorcycles are going is probably going to be in that direction. So I don't look forward to it, but I am interested in where electricity can go. But saying all that, you can't beat that sound. And that's what I'm going to miss most. That bloody sound. I hope the future takes its sweet time getting here, I really do, but, well, we all have our own reasons, don't we? So, I am Uncle Red. If you enjoyed that little ride on the electric motorcycle, I'm hoping to do more test rides on more bikes at some point. Otherwise, I do a new video every Sunday. Hooray, hurrah. It's not any of this overhyped bull crap that goes on with the tubes these days. I like to keep it civilised. I like to try and keep it nice and relaxed and calm. I take you out for a ride and also try and give you something to think about as well. That's the aim anyway. Whether I can do that or not is oh boy. But yeah, please consider liking the video, subscribing, all that usual la-di-da. And if you like the idea of anything that I've mentioned, then hopefully I'll see you soon. Ta for now.